we have the one and only Miss Sylvia Thomas. Welcome to Hip Hop United.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
No problem. Thank you again for joining. Like I said before, no introduction needed, but introduce yourself to my fans.
I will. My name is Sylvia Thomas, and I am the owner of Thomas Entertainment Productions, Top Shelf Music, Campbell Custom Homes, and Hope Road Development, LLC. So I wear a lot of hats. The main hat that I am so known for is my national stage play productions, television shows that's getting ready to hit as well, the new reality show Redeeming the Glory, and my music label featuring my two sons, Johnny B and Rose. So I'm glad to be with you guys today.
Okay. Now, was that Johnny B, was that your son that I spoke to earlier?
That's my son. That's the oldest.
Okay. All right. Well, again, I do appreciate the support and you
Absolutely.
checking in with us today. Like you said, you wear multiple hats. I guess where should I start? Like, how did you even get in the industry? Like, what did you know out of everything that you do? Like, was your niche? Like, do you have a favorite? And let's get into that.
That's an easy question, because if you ask me if I have a favorite, hands down, it is the stage.
Okay.
And you ask, how did I get started? What was my that driving little force that says, this is what you can do, this is possible, and this is your destiny. I would have to say that it started as a little child. Entertainment, the arts, speaking, acting, singing, it's in our bloodline. Mm-hmm. My mother, Pastor Thelma C. Thomas, is the one that's the inspiration to not only me, but my cousin Tyler, which is also her nephew, Marlon Campbell, my other first cousin, and Kevin Johnson, who's been in Black and Blue, Planet of the Apes, Contraband. So we grew up just seeing it, already being born to it, and just having a love for it. So as a little girl, I knew that I would be doing something dealing with the arts.
Okay. So you've been pretty much, destined, I would say, to, be a successful entrepreneur. How long have you been in it, though?
In the production or real estate or development?
Well, I guess we can start with production.
Absolutely. Well, I have been acting and reciting. I would speak long monologues and in ways that was so dramatic that, it would leave audiences crying when I was a little girl, probably at the age of 7.
Okay.
Probably about 6 or 7. I remember doing my first acting role with my mother. And she wrote this play called Rustus, You Rustus. And she was the mother. And she would do this speech and I would be acting out a little boy's part. And I was a girl. But I launched to doing roles that was completely different from me because it stretched me. It showed more of my acting ability. And I was just a little big thing, 6, 7 years old. That's when it started. And I loved it. And I've been doing it ever since.
Okay. So I guess fast forwarding from just the production side, you started that at around 7. And then you started, you said properties and...
Yeah, I own a real estate company.
Okay.
So I am an investor. I buy and customize refurbish foreclosure properties. And I've been doing that for the past, 20 years. And now we've elevated to I am a subdivision developer where I do land developing. I'm actually the first African-American woman in the entire Midwest region to receive PACE funding for a full-blown land development project. Those funds are in excess of $3 million from 2 different lenders. And so I'm proud of that. We've made a little bit of history. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Talk to the people about how important it is to have multiple streams of income.
Very important. As we see now with the COVID-19, the pandemic being just something completely unexpected, it has changed everybody's lives. If I only had one stream of income, it would be very, very difficult, because when that one stream of income is hindered or impacted, you're like, okay, well, what else can I do? Or where else is this other stream of money coming in to continue to survive, to continue to take care of your family? So I tell everybody that's able-bodied and of course have that desire to want more and to get up and go, because you got to have that get up and go and take no for an answer. We don't take no for an answer. When you have those particular characteristics, you have to go after not only one thing, but multiple things. So that way you're constantly, in the trading, we're also do Forex trading, they say we're eating. You got to make sure that you're eating on different levels. So that way, if one thing is impacted, you're still taken care of on another end.
Absolutely. Has the COVID affected any of your businesses?
Well, COVID has really slowed down the real estate because at this time, everybody having to stay in, the social distancing, we really couldn't get out and show properties like we normally would. And a lot of people are just kind of taking it easy as well with trying to get back out there and actively looking at properties and going through properties. And so that has definitely slowed things down. But the actual production side has continued. That's why I'm saying multiple streams of income is always wonderful. Absolutely. And then I've also been doing trading, Forex trading. And, that's just me and the charts and the computer. I don't need anybody else to do that. It's just me and the computer. So, but yeah, COVID-19 has definitely impacted one of my businesses. It has made things different than we've ever seen before. I have never seen where when you go outside, you're seeing people with masks on and gloves. And,
right.
I'm 47. And in my 47 years, I've never seen that. But I'm grateful and I'm thankful that the country is doing what we need to do to remain safe.
Right.
So yeah, this is history. I would never forget this particular pandemic.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen it. I mean, I'm in my early 40s, but I've never seen anything like this either.
Right.
I'm thinking too, it's more of a, I kind of take it as a reset, opportunity to just reset, regroup,
Yes.
and just, take the time to, think the things that I haven't been able to do in a while, because everybody knows people in the entertainment industry, they're always on the go.
Yes.
And, I've been able to, catch up on some things, at home with my family and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I've been, kind of taking this as an opportunity to regroup and catch up for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, your production, you said that's still going. How has that been doing though? Being that you guys have, been like social distancing and stuff like that. Like, you've been just like writing or something like that, or what have you been doing?
That's a good question. Well, we know my latest national production for is the national stage play was New Millennium Crucifixion. That came to the Cobb Center in Atlanta. I think that was January 2018.
Oh, that was yours.
What you say?
That was, yeah, I've heard of it. I live in Cobb County.
That was me. Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I wrote it, produced it, directed it. I starred in it. We did the auditions down there. I found almost my whole cast down there. Yeah. So basically, that was our debut to see if we had a hit on our hands. And after we debuted it, we know we have a hit on our hands. So at this particular time, I'm working with a lot of investors to launch the national tour. So that's what I mean when I say the production is still going. The production has already been done. It's packaged, is ready to go. So we're able to sit down now and negotiate, the actual cost and price and investment portfolio to get it out to the world when all of this stuff lifts. And we're able to go back to the theaters and see an awesome production. So that part is still going. The other thing is I'm working on the scissor reel for the new reality TV show called Redeeming the Glory. And we had a lot of the clips already, recorded. And so now my editors are just working in their own area, getting all the editing done from all of the recording and work we did before. And I think my publicist has already talked to a major network. Can't give out the name just yet to pick it up. So we're excited. So yeah, all those things for the behind the scenes negotiations, contracts, that's what's still going forward now on the production side.
Okay. Awesome. So I know I run across a lot of people who ask me, who are aspiring like film writers, stuff like that. How can they get their work out there to the masses to get discovered and have an opportunity to pitch their work?
People ask me that all the time, and I can only speak from my experience. I know when people hear, "Oh, that's Tyler Perry's baby cousin," you know, and we, of course, we grew up together, slept in the same bed, we was little, caught whoopings together.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so very, 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 very close. We're more like brother and sister. He stayed with us all the time. But anyway, they would automatically think that, oh, I know Tyler had to help her. That's not true. That's not true. I did it all on my own.
Wow.
So basically, I would take money that I worked hard for, you know, doing my real estate or my corporate jobs I had. Whatever I had, I would put money aside and I would invest in me. I kind of knew what to do. I knew I had to go get the venues. I had to, first of all, come up with the script, and it had to be one that I thought the world would want to see. I arranged all the auditions with different talent agencies to send me the cast people that I was looking for. I hired my own band. I hired my own stagehands assistant that would help with the stagehands at the theater. I would go and talk to the theaters myself and did the contract and paid the money to get the dates of the venue I wanted. I went and talked to the radio stations. I went and talked to the television stations, and I got the packages and they worked with me. So I invested in myself and I did it for myself. That's how I did it.
Wow. Okay. That's inspiring, because I know a lot of times, like you said, just because you're related to, you know, someone that's in the film industry, you think that they just automatically give handouts and information, but you did it yourself. Now I do want to ask you this though,
Yes,
being that you're doing your own thing and you've didn't need any help though, are you guys like working together, or does he give you any type of advice or anything like that? Like, what's the best advice that he's given you?
Well, let me say it this way. I love my cousin very much. We are very, very close, but we don't talk a lot as often as we used to. Tyler's very busy at what he's doing. I'm very busy at what I'm doing. So we haven't worked on any projects together. It was at a time that I had told him I wanted him to bring my deal on stage with my character, Ella May. We had talked that it was at the funeral of his mother, my first cousin, Maxine. And he was excited to do it, but we just never got a chance to pull it together. He was like, whenever you're in Atlanta, let me know. I'm going to come. I'm going to bring a promoter, because he was telling me, you need a promoter. You know? So that was some advice. He told me you need to get a promoter so we can, you know, really get it out there. And he would always say, never give up, you know. So I would say that would be the best advice. But for our projects together, you know, I have my own empire. He has his. I'm sure he wishes me well, and I wish him well.
I understand. I get it. I got you. So what else though can we look for from you? I know you said you're dropping some new reality shows. I'm assuming next year, or when can we expect?
No, we're looking at getting this done this year. Actually, the reel should be ready within 1 week, and that network I mentioned, Possibility, they're waiting for it. So I'm thinking that they're going to pick it up pretty quickly. So whenever their next roster for new shows come out, prayerfully hoping that Redeeming the Glory will be on that.
Understood. Got you. So now you said that you're into, you know, a little bit of the music industry also.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us about any new music you're working on or anything like that.
Well, I'm the owner of the record label, so I own the label.
Oh, you own the label. Okay.
I own the label. Yes. Okay. My sons are my artists. Johnny B, Wavy Crockett, Rose, my youngest son, which we knew Roosevelt could dance like Michael Jackson, Chris Brown dance, but we didn't know he was going to end up singing. And I tell you, within a year or two, this young man's gift just blossomed. And so, yeah, he has a whole album getting ready to be released in singles. So I'm the engine behind them. I own the whole label, but they are the talent that make the music and entertain you all. And I call it feel-good music. They do the positive music, the Christian pop music. You know, I'm very proud of my boys because they're making music that we can be proud of, that we don't have to censor. You know, my youngest has really got a love for God, and he talks about God in his music, and he's only 20. You know, there's not too many young people that's in love with God like that they want to make their whole career about, you know, serving him. So I'm proud to say that I own that label that they're on, and creating that infrastructure for them to go forth in a ministry that's a little bit different, but it actually caters to the times such as this, to bring the young people into Christ rather than the traditional ways we've been doing it. Sometimes you'll never get a young person in the church, but I guarantee you'll get them to go to a hip hop concert.
Right.
And if they go see Johnny B and Rose, they're going to be speaking about the Lord at the concert. So that may be the only opportunity that young person may have to follow after Christ and be introduced to who Christ is.
That's awesome. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you balance and juggle all of your businesses and still maintain like your sanity and being a mom? Like how do you balance?
Whoa, it's a job. It is a job. I wake up every morning and I read my word and I pray. God has really gotten on to me about being consistent with that. And when I'm consistent with that, it keeps me grounded. It keeps me calm. It keeps me on task, because everything almost has to be scheduled in my life. Like I have a certain hour to do this, then another hour I'm doing this. And I have to have it scheduled because at the end of the day, when it's 7, 8 o'clock, I got to be mom too. We got to make sure dinner is ready, and we got to make sure the house is clean. Got to make sure, laundry is done. So, and of course I'm getting them to help too. They don't sit around the house, So yeah, we're regular family as well. So I have all those things that I have to do, and I just have to keep a good schedule, how I keep my mind and spirit positive where it needs to be, because it gets the stress can be overwhelming. And you have to make sure that you inwardly is able to handle that kind of stress. So that's how I do prayer and staying consistent.
Right. Well, definitely consistency is key. And you've been doing it. So definitely, I salute you. Keep up the good work. Definitely. You're an inspiration to me because, I juggle a lot too, but you juggle way more than I do. So I know it's tough, but we get through. Strong black women, definitely.
That's right.
Now, how do people follow you and let everybody know? Are you looking for any new content, or how do people join your movement?
Okay. Well, you can reach out to me through Facebook and Instagram. I'm rarely on, but I definitely check my messages. So on Facebook, you can reach out to me on my personal page, which is Sylvia Thomas, and you'll know it's me. There's a picture of me in black formal dress. I'm actually standing with my cousin Tyler, but I cropped him off, so you just see me.
Okay.
And my business page is Thomas Entertainment Productions. And then on my IG, it's TEP_productions. TEP_productions. So any one of those platforms, you can DM me. I definitely check it. I do respond back to my people, my fans. One thing about me, I am that celebrity that you can reach out and touch. One thing I can't stand is for people to get a little bit of ways up and they act like they can't be touched or talked to. We don't operate like that. We show the fruit of the Spirit, and we wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for God. And He would want us to be loving and reach back out to help our people as much as we can.
Absolutely. Well, that is some great information. Like I said, I have people asking me all the time. So, when they see this interview, I'm sure some people will definitely be reaching out for sure.
I look forward to it. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not on it a lot, but
right.
I do read.
You'll get to it.
Yes.
So anything else you want to talk about that I didn't, ask you about? You want to let our listeners know?
Well, it's just, I know my oldest son, Johnny B, who I think you interviewed earlier, has a major project out called Wavy Crockett Free Max B. And we're actually in negotiations talking to French Montana, trying to get him on a verse, but we will be releasing that to all the playlists soon. But right now it is out on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes. You can find the original version right now. So definitely go check it out. It's definitely about, Free Max B, second chances, believing in our people and believing that, it doesn't matter how far you've fallen or what mistakes you've made. If you never give up and keep God first, you can accomplish the impossible.
Well said. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, again, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I do appreciate you for checking in. And you left your social media handles, right? And your Instagram.
Yes, yes. The TEP_Productions for IG and Thomas Entertainment Productions on Facebook. Also Sylvia Thomas on Facebook. So either one of those, you'll be able to get in touch with me.
Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you so much for talking to Hip Hop United.
Thank you, darling. You have a wonderful, blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.